Hi, this is James. Welcome along. As beginner backpackers, my wife and I, along with our Labrador Emma, went for our first wilderness backpacking trip this summer. We went for a 5-day trip in Finnish Lapland, sleeping in the tent that we took with us. As anyone with an interest in backpacking will know, the price of equipment can be staggering, and the decisions needed on what to take can be pretty complex. After spending months on research and a lot of money on gear, I thought that I would summarise what we bought for the trip and how it performed out there. Today, let's talk about cooking and hydration. So let's start off with the cooking stuff. What we have here is actually an old set that we've had for a long time, and that's maybe not the point of this review. We chucked away some of the stuff that was in here, not literally, but it's not here for our system. There was a 3-pan system here, and we only took 2 pans, and we left all of the heavy bowls and utensils and stuff that came with it. They just weren't necessary, but the case was really good to take, and we had a large pan which was also really handy, as well as a frying pan which we used for stuff like pancakes, bean burgers, really cool stuff. So inside the big pan fits a kettle, which I'll come back to in a moment, because inside the kettle we have something else. In this instance we have a gas stove. What we could do is put a gas can inside here, pretty much. A smaller gas can, yes, it fits no problem. We had quite a large gas can, so that wasn't fitting, so we kept it separate and kept the stove inside. So let's start with the stove. Let me put these things to the side, and we'll talk about what we have in here. This is the Soto Windmaster, this item right here. Comes in a small drawstring bag. In my opinion, it could have come with something a little more robust, as a bit of a better bag wouldn't have been a bad thing. This is super lightweight, of course, and this, which is what it is super small and lightweight. I think it could have come in some sort of a semi-hard case that would protect it a bit better. I mean, for us it was inside the kettle and protected in a bag, so it was fine. If we had the gas can in here and it needed to go somewhere else in our kit bags, then more protection would be appreciated. So the gas vent opens up there, and what you have with this is a pan support that you have to put on separately. Now this is the only downside to this that I see. Now you can see it wasn't much of an issue to put it together, and you have a good solid base to put a pan or whatever on top. So it sits nicely there. It screws onto a regular gas can, no problem. It's a piezo igniter which has functioned every single time, so this is a really good quality item. You can change this 4 stand set for a 3-piece, which is available separately and is even lighter weight, but for us, I mean, the difference in weight between this and a 3-piece is not an issue. So yeah, this can come off and wrap back around the central column like so. This all slotting up. What was originally good about the Soto Windmaster is it has a slightly raised lip around the gas burner which protected it from the wind, hence Windmaster. It performed really well, all weathers, never had an issue with losing performance in the wind. Of course there must be some, but not noticeable to us. The flame never blew out, it boiled water really quickly, cooked really well. Really, really good quality item. There are similar items to this now, such as the MSR Pocket Rocket, or Pocket Rocket 2, which have fixed pan supports that just fold out, so that would be really great. We opted for this and we're really happy with it. So yeah, the Soto Windmaster is really high quality product. This is the Retki Camp and Cook kettle, or actually it's a coffee pot. So we used it mostly as a kettle, so just boiling water to make coffee or tea or hydrating our dry foods, etc, etc. It's aluminium, 750 milliliter pot. It can be used as shown on top of the gas cooker, it can be used on top of a fire. There's a handy hanger here for you want to hang it over a fire. I mean, it does the job. It's great. It's lightweight, as I showed. It can fit a gas can inside. Yeah. What more do you want? Next item, cooking utensils, which also were eating utensils. Well, this one anyway. These are Tatonka coconut wood utensils, and yeah, they're great. We could have got some, I don't know, I looked at MSR utensils which are smaller and lighter, made of plastic, and being outdoors folk who love nature, having something as sustainable as this is great. Being able to eat with this is great, look great, solid, good quality. If they sold these separately, we would buy another one of these just for eating with. I mean, we used a plastic spork as well as this, which was okay, but yeah, we'd be quite happy to have a couple of these for most of our meals. So Tatonka utensils. The final bit of cooking stuff was a whole bunch of these. These are droplet containers that we used for, here we got olive oil, this was another rapeseed oil or sunflower oil. We had a few different oils, salt. They have droplet inserts. The whole pack was pretty cheap, got it from Amazon, came with a funnel to fill them with. Obviously you take off the, I won't do it now otherwise I'll probably drop salt anywhere, but the droplet section comes off, fill them up with a funnel, droplet section back on, cap on, completely watertight, airtight. They are not going to leak anywhere, and they're lightweight. You can take as many or as few as you need, want. That's our cooking stuff. Okay, let's move on to the hydration. Pretty important. Now, what we have is, let's start with this. This is the Source Ultimate Hydration Station. This is a 3-litre hydration sack with a drinking hose. There's a cap on to keep the valve clean and hygienic. It's a bite valve, so as with any bladder, it goes inside the rucksack, hose comes out, bite and suck, all good. What's good with this is it has a magnetic clip, so you can clip it onto the shoulder strap of your rucksack, always have it available. Really nice. The hose unclips, reclips. The sack, I don't have any experienced bladders, but this was good. I've heard that this has low or no taste. It's glass-like technology, meaning that it's not going to pick up bacteria or dirty itself. And it's really good, easy to fill. Slots open here, and then fill it in here. What you can do also is leave the whole thing in the rucksack and remove the end vent, replace it with this fitting here. And this you can fit onto a tap or anything else that you're not going to find out in the wild, hence we didn't take this with us. So you can leave the whole thing in the rucksack, refill it without taking it out. I don't know if this would work with anything else that you might take with you, but for us I just took it out and refilled it. One thing I would say is 3 litres was excessive. 2 litres would have been just fine. It was never empty when we came to the next fresh water place or anything like that. But other than that, good quality product. This cover on the drinking tube is to stop UV light coming in and again giving you bacterial issues or anything like that, I think. So the horse source hydration system is good. The other water containers we had were Sigg's. Standard Sigg 1 litre water bottles. We love these, you can't really go wrong. They're aluminium, lightweight, they take Cnocs. This one, I don't know if you can see, has already some bashes in it, but it doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. They will last, and they are easy to open, fill, drink out of, whatever. Come back to these in just a moment, because the next thing is our filtration system, and we picked up the Sawyer Mini water filter. This is our filtration bag. Let's open up and see what's in here. So, one of these items doesn't belong to the Sawyer, and it's this, but I'll come back to that in a moment. This is the filter. It's pretty small and light. It fixes onto the Sawyer squeeze bag, which you supposedly open up, fill with water, fix, squeeze the water through and out into such a thing, and from here into such a thing, or just leave it there. We actually never used this because I read the reviews and heard it was horrible, which I can believe. Number one, they break very easily. Number two, this opening is not easy to get a full bag of water in. It's not very big, so We just took it along as a spare but never used it. There is a straw which you can attach to the filter and just suck straight out of the dirty water to drink. Once you've finished filtering, there's the plunger, so you fill this with clean water that you just filtered and back flush this, which we did every time after filtering, and it kept this in good shape and we've not had any issues. What we did to replace the Sawyer sack was pick up one of these, which is a Cnoc Outdoors flexi water bottle. This also screws on to the Sawyer. It similarly to the bladder slides open, which is a bit stiff at the top, but what's great, this is attached, you're never going to lose that, and you fill up from here with this closed. That is a lot easier to fill. It's 2 litres, so I don't know what this is, but it's a lot more capacity. It's pretty tough. I mean, I've heard about them breaking, which was why we took the original as a spare. But for us it didn't break, it's held together really well. Used it for the as a squeeze bag for the filtering. Used it just to take water from the streams to have at camp, so for cooking, for washing up, whatever else, for the dog bowl. Yeah, it was just really good to have. For our next trip I want at least another one of these, and I will tell you why now. The first reason is that, as I just mentioned, we just use these to pick up water from the stream and take to the camp. If you can quite easily take 4 to 6 litres of water instead of taking 2 litres of water going back and forth, great. The other thing is, you can fill this with water, attach it to your filter, screw another one on the underside, hang it up from a tree, leave them all together in line, and it'll filter itself, no need to squeeze, just let it gravitational feed. So that would be great, and yeah, I like these and I would get more of these. So there we go. That's all of the hydration stuff. If you'd like any more information about any of these, drop a comment. I will leave all of the items from this video in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.